So today we're reading Genesis 4. Is that the part with me in it? No, you stupid snake. That was the last one. Go away. Okay. Today is about the birth of Cain and Abel and the first murder, which is sad. And why Jesus had to come later on. Because, well, we'll get into it. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. So she was happy. Because if you look in the last book, the last chapter, it talked about the promise that one day God would send a man to defeat the serpent. Anyways, and she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy count so fallen? That's another interesting thing, is that he was mad, but he could still hear the words of God. It's kind of weird. Anyway, if thou doest well, shalt not thou well be... Let me try again. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shalt be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. You see, many people talk about, he gave grass and Cain gave a lamb. So that means that it was the sacrifice that was wrong. It's like, not completely. God's like, sin lieth at the door. It's like, because he knew what was going to happen next. And he was trying to talk Cain out of it. And Cain talked with Abel and his brother. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from my hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be on the earth. It's like, you ain't going to garden again. And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I could bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance... Let's say, switch hands. Vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he builded a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Arad, and Arad begat Mehajael, and Mehajael began Methuselah, and Methuselah began Lamech. And Lamech took unto him two wives. The name of one was Ada, and the name of the other Zillah. And Ada bare Jabal, and he was father of such as dwelt in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal, and the father of all such was the handle of the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, the instructor of every artificer in brass and iron, and the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And Adam knew his wife again, she bare a son, his name Seth. For God said, She hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord. The whole point of it is all these family trees stuff. It's like Eve and Adam thought it was going to happen, when they had children, because it said unto woman's seed, and Eve was the only woman at the time. So they was hoping to be ended quickly, but this shows that no, many generations come into be, and it's like, no, This is going to be later on. They had to deal with the serpent. And that's why we had Jesus. He dealt with that serpent once and for all. He was wounded, but he killed it. If you think about it, yeah, he killed it. He did the job really well. He defeated sin and death for all. Because, there's that scripture. It goes like, "Oh, death, where is your sting? Oh, grave, where is your victory?" Because Jesus beat it. He was the man who lived perfectly and didn't give into the venom of the world and of the devil. So, but yeah, and that was Genesis 4. Hope you enjoyed. God bless you. Have a nice day, and goodbye.